2 consultants are currently in the country undergoing a water management assessment and review of major water irrigation systems here. The assessment is being conducted by Science-Based Initiatives, SBI, managed by Steve Maximay. In an interview with SVG TV News, Soil and Water Engineer Bernard Nation says the project involves a review of investments made by the government of SVG in water resources for farmers.
That project, I think, or this review came about as a result of the project that was put in not functioning to expectations, essentially, and the need now to go in and revisit some of the lessons learned in implementing these projects and in managing and running these projects. It is interesting to note, I would like to put out here that, like any new infrastructure, any new service that is put in, there's a learning curve that must be attached to it, and we are fortunate now that we have the ability now, with hindsight and with all players, and that which is the Ministry of Agriculture, the farmers, the other stakeholders, VINLEC, Central Water, all of these individuals who have had the experience. Now we can go back and look at this in a holistic way and in a team way to look at this investment and see how we can now best propose a model or best propose a system that can work efficiently and effectively.
Manager of SBI, Steve Maximay, says although the project is being done under the banana accompanying measures, it is not strictly going to be about banana production.
I think the original system, the original irrigation systems, were focused on banana production. This is going to be, I gather, much wider in scope. So it's going to involve a lot of other crops as well. And that's why I want to take this opportunity to invite members of the public, all stakeholders, because we are all interested in water, if you're not potable water for irrigation, to take advantage of this opportunity to contact Mr. Nation, to contact the BAM office at the Ministry of Agriculture. If you have any views on this idea at all, because I don't want this to be a project where 2 fly-by-night consultants came in the dark of night, proposed something and disappeared. I want this to be a truly national effort for that everybody who's a stakeholder, once you're in Central and you drink water here, you're a stakeholder, I want you to be involved.
Meantime, Maximay says following the review, a national workshop will be held later this month to engage the public on the exercise.
Before we submit our final report, having broadcast to the nation that we are working on this, we want to give the nation an opportunity now to come to that workshop, and we invited guests to come to that workshop to hear what we have found thus far. One, whether you agree or disagree with the findings. I mean, we can't change history, but whether you agree with the recommendations, the suggested recommendations, and that will form part of our final report. So there are 2 bites of the cherry for the public. One, in terms of contacting us with their views, and secondly, during this consultation, which will probably be around the 29th of October, but the dates have to be finalized, the public will be informed, I'm sure, by the Ministry of Agriculture. But when they do come, then they'll be able to hear what we have found thus far and where our recommendations are leaning. But we will still be open to suggestions from the floor in terms of how we modify the final recommendations.